represent, be counted. Yeah, represent, be counted. Represent, be counted. Represent, be counted, be counted. Represent, be counted, y'all.
Hey guys, welcome to week 4 of the Tiny Census Concert. So glad you can be with us. My name is Gene Grant, host of New Mexico in Focus on New Mexico PBS. Honored to be your host, way better than guest, host for all these Tiny Census Concerts, and we're thrilled you've chosen to spend your lunch hour with us today. Rest assured that today's lineup, as the kids would say, is fire. We got a great lineup for you today. It's amazing. For the past month, Tiny Census Concerts has featured the absolute best, brightest, most sought after, and gifted New Mexico artists, and this week 4 will be no exception. If you're joining us for the first time, we thank you, and to our weekly supporters, you guys been hanging in there with us. We thank you so much. Always grateful to have you with us. We are live and available to answer your questions and respond to your feedback. So like, share, and comment throughout the show in the thread below. We'll get right to you. We have kept you updated on changes in data collection timelines for the census. Let's get to the point here. And right now, I just want to take a moment to review and clarify some details. We do this every week. We're going to keep doing this until, we can just keep doing it. The U.S. Census is conducted every 10 years. You might know that bit, of course. And the best way to respond this year is by self-responding online. There's a bit of a DIY component going on here. It's quick and easy, only takes about 10 minutes to complete. We're hoping you can do it in the time you're watching this broadcast live. That would be pretty cool. Now, every household should have received their mailed invitation. However, if you haven't, please know that your invitation is en route to your home. I got mine just about a week and a half ago. To respond online, have questions answered, or for more information, please visit 2020census.gov or call 844-330-2020. I'm going to give you that again. 2020census.gov or 844-330-2020. You may have also received a letter from the U.S. Census Bureau requesting response to the American Community Survey. I got mine as well. In addition to the 2020 Census invitation, about 12 million households will also receive the American Community Survey, that's the ACS. Your responses to the ACS in 2020 Census are critically important to your local community and to the country, of course. Local communities depend on information from the ACS as well as the census to decide where schools, highways, hospitals, and other important services are needed. The data collected through the ACS in the 2020 Census helped determine how to distribute more than $675 billion in federal money each year. Each completed survey is important because it's a building block used to create statistics about communities here in New Mexico. It's a little bit confusing, I realize, but please know that the census invitation, the ACS, the American Community Survey, are different. They're different, but both are important. So, as we keep our focus on a complete count for New Mexico and self-responding to the 2020 Census, let's all respond to the ACS every year. For more information, call 800-354-7271 if you're interested in some more information about the American Community Survey, 800-354-7271. Now, watching us here online today lets us know that you have access to Wi-Fi. Perhaps you may know someone without Wi-Fi who needs access to enjoy our show and, more importantly, to complete the 2020 Census. These are trying times for all of us, and that's why Mayor Tim Keller and the City of Albuquerque, including City Council, have rolled out wireless on wheels. Current locations include new mobile hotspots at 21 locations across Albuquerque and extends Wi-Fi outside of city facilities with plans to expand to more locations. Now visit www.cabq.gov/Wi-Fi for more info. That's cabq.gov/Wi-Fi for more info on this. Now, right after the break, you'll hear a message from the mayor himself with all the information about where you can go and have your neighbors get access to Wi-Fi services. This is a great idea. I really hope it's going to continue. Good on the mayor. Good stuff there. Now, shifting gears, time for us to present our first set of artists here in segment 1. We're proud to feature Ryan Montano, Sol de la Noche, and Dre Dog. As we all know, people are suffering, critical resources are stretched, and the very essence of our freedom is shrinking. Of all the necessities we now feel so keenly aware of, the arts and their contribution to our well-being is evident and in some ways central to the coronavirus confinement for those of us locked in at home. For some, there are more pressing needs, certainly, but momentary joys, even in dire circumstances, often come through the arts and collective expression. Let's take a moment now and enjoy some of the best art from some of the best New Mexico artists that we have to offer. Ryan Montano is a nationally recognized trumpeter, songwriter, and recording artist. His beautiful tone, memorable compositions, impactful live performances, and precise technique have garnered him national radio airplay and festival performances across the nation. His debut contemporary jazz single, I Did Like That, found nationwide popularity and acclaim by reaching the 14th position on the Billboard National Jazz Airplay chart. Pretty cool. His follow-up single, Honey Girl, peaked at number 13 on Billboard after 20 consecutive weeks on the chart. Through the lens of alternative Latin American music, Soul de la Noche connects us with the sounds of different cultures around the world and invites us to dance with their high energy and virtuosic performances. Their debut album, All Natural, released in September 2019, has placed them as one of the top modern Latin band acts in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and resulting in a sold-out houses in multiple venues around the state. Active in the hip-hop recording community for 15 years, Dre Dog has found his true calling and reinvented himself as a Christian rap artist. He is strongly committed to spreading the gospel, the good news, while staying true to his hip-hop roots. We'll also hear from Dr. Brandale Mills of the U.S. Census Bureau and Brian Ella Reed from America Praise. I'll be back to join you in a few, but right now, once again, let's welcome Ryan Montano, Soul de la Noche, and Dre Dog.
Wi-Fi on Wheels. This is phase one of the program. This is about closing the gap for high-speed internet that we know has been a challenge before the coronavirus, and even more so now that people are trying to learn from home.
We are using sun vans and other city vehicles. As Mayor said, where you see a sun van in a parking lot, you should be able to log on to the Wi-Fi from that sun van. The website is, as Mayor said, cabq.gov/Wi-Fi, updated regularly. As sites change, as hours change, as any instructions might change. And we will have the instructions in the multiple languages on that site as well. We will be expanding the number of facilities as rapidly as we can that have Wi-Fi outdoor access, especially for the parking lots.
Hi, this is trumpeter Ryan Montano, and I'd like to encourage you and every New Mexican to get counted for the 2020 census. An accurate count of the population of New Mexico can help determine how funds are allocated towards programs that benefit education, housing, healthcare, and jobs. These funds can help the uninsured get access to quality healthcare that they might not otherwise receive. These funds can improve the quality of education for countless New Mexicans looking to improve their minds. These funds can improve our roads, they can improve our highways, they can also help provide affordable housing to low-income individuals. An accurate count of the population of New Mexico is one of the single greatest things that we can do to improve the life for countless individuals in our state. So, let's go get counted together.
What can I do to make a difference? This year, the answer is very easy. You can make a difference by participating and answering the 2020 census. Completing the census is your opportunity to shape the future for yourself, for your family, and for your community. So, complete 10 simple questions today. The first one, do you know your name? You got the first one down. Either go online or by phone or simply by mail. The census occurs once every 10 years, so don't miss the opportunity to make a difference today. Shape the future.
Libraries are dependent on federal funding, and this is why the 2020 census is so important. I'm a librarian. I oversee the 4 branches in Santa Monica, and I'm a division manager. Libraries are more than books. They offer safe spaces, they offer technology, they offer services in any type of literacy, financial literacy, health literacy, digital literacy. We're just going to meet you where you are. The 2020 census is important because it's a way to understand who we are. It has so much information about your area, your city, your state. Everyone should respond to the census. College students, seniors, people experiencing homelessness. You still need to be counted. We can use those numbers to show the need of the library. In today's world, the community trusts libraries because we are lighthouses. We provide light. I want to make sure libraries are available for everyone.
Hello guys, this is Diego here with Sol de la Noche, and I think the census is important because it is one of the ways that the government can use to allocate funds or federal funds that are going to support many critical programs across the nation, as well as it will determine the amount of seats in Congress that each community is allocated depending on the number of residents in each area. So those are a couple of things that are really, really important for democracy and for all the communities that need support, all the vulnerable citizens in the nation. So we're really excited that it's happening now, and I hope that all of you can collaborate with it and collaborate with democracy as well as the organization of our country.
ya se fue. En un mundo de selva silvana, en azul intenso del mar. Te tengo, no te dejo, vida mía, yo aquí ya te siento. Somos míos, cada la mía, somos so close. Never feel like this before. Never wanna let you go. No te dejo, vida mía, y aquí ya te siento. Un día somos mía, tu gloria mía, mis ojos. So close, never feel like this before. Never wanna let you go.
My name is Brian Allerud. I'm the president and CEO of America Praise, and we are working with the faith community here in New Mexico, especially Bernalillo County, trying to get faith leaders to mobilize their faith communities so that everybody in their faith community gets counted. The census is important to me because I believe that New Mexico needs all the resources we can to elevate ourselves out of poverty. And so I got involved to make sure that we get more people counted this year than we did 10 years ago. And so New Mexico can rise out of poverty, get the infrastructure, roads, schools, hospitals we need to thrive and prosper as a state.
Yeah, hey yo, what's up with it, man? It's your boy Andre Garcia, aka Dre Dog, man. Wanna give a quick shout out to TinyCensusConcert.com. Shout out Albuquerque, New Mexico, man. Just want to say, man, step out, step in, and get counted, man. Being counted is very important, man. Again, shout out to TinyCensusConcert.com, man. Let's go. Yeah, hey yo, yeah, come on, hey, yeah. I stay holding on, holding on. Oh Lord, I can't let you go. Gotta stay holding on, holding on. Oh Lord, please save my soul. Riding in the streets, feeling so stressed out. At times I don't know what to do, but I stay holding on, holding on. I can only find my strength in you. Yeah, trying to reframe from the old ways. Time to make a new change, and I'm going away with an old plan. Cause today's a new game. Still got my hustlers on the block that's running, trying to do things. But everything they finna get is everything a full games. Windows with the quickness, so much sickness in my city, bro. Gangsters try to ride and make mistakes. A lot don't pity those. They lock them up and throw away the keys. So that's the end result. Trying to blame it on the Lord, but really that's the sinner's fault. But really it's so pitiful how quick we be losing. When the enemy come and try doing this thing, causing confusion. His words are an illusion, a delusion, what it illustrates, trying to take away God's benefits and have us reap a sinner's fate. But God is love, exalt his name of praise and watch him demonstrate. The King will reign supreme throughout all days and be forever great. God is love, exalt his name of praise and watch him demonstrate. The King will reign supreme throughout all days and be forever great. Holding on, holding on. Oh Lord, I can't let you go. Gotta stay holding on, holding on. Oh Lord, please save my soul. I'm riding in the streets, feeling so stressed out. At times I don't know what to do, but I stay holding on, holding on. I can only find my joy in you. It's called life, so we all endure that pain and suffer, but to keep my head above that water. See, I can't go under, I stay strong. You know I go on through whatever weather. You see, this life is not forever. See, everything has its end of the sun that might bring sorrow, but we dream like there's no end, and we pray for there's no tomorrow. For the business band down to the hood clicks, he'll lift you up now anytime you think your foot slips. So I still exalt him when life get faulty. I'ma praise him through my circumstances, and when I'm feeling down and overwhelmed, that's when I put my hands up. I praise him through every situation. I thank him for all my trials and tribulations. Won't let it shake me, cause I know the devil trying to take me. But it says up in this word that he'll never leave or forsake me. So I gotta kill my flesh and I let my spirit flow. Christ when I'm high, Christ when I'm low. I stay holding on, holding on. Oh Lord, I can't let you go. I gotta stay holding on, holding on. Oh Lord, please save my soul. I'm riding in these streets feeling so stressed out. At times I don't know what to do, but I stay holding on, holding on. I can only find true love in you. Yeah, that's what it is, man. Shout out TinyCensusConcert.com 2020, Albuquerque, New Mexico, man. Let's get it in, step out, get counted, man. It's very important. Shout out to all the surrounding states, man. God bless America. Your boy Drado, man. We out. Cheer.
Hey guys, welcome back. What a great set. Thanks to Ryan Montano, Sol de la Noche, and Dr. Dre. Dre Dog, sorry, Dr. Dre Dog, my fault. I'm gonna misname you there. Thank you all at home for sticking here with us. We appreciate your support, your likes, your shares, your comments. The response to these concert series has been absolutely incredible, and the buzz has been wild. I see a number of you guys have been posting on every one of these up to this point. You've been hanging in there with all of us on all these and making this thing viral. It's great. We actually love it. This cannot happen unless each of us, I want to make a challenge to you here about why we're here and about why the census is important, that we can't get to where we need to be unless each of us takes the pledge. So I challenge you, you're most likely on social media all day, every day right now, to not only pledge to respond to the census, but to also challenge your friends to respond as well. How does anything go viral in our media age? It's by word of mouth, certainly. We all know that, and by leaving no stone unturned. For example, you tell 10 friends, they tell 10 friends, the buzz continues. And just imagine the impact if we all make on achieving this goal something we can be influential with a lot of others out there. A complete count is a win-win for New Mexico. It really is. This is not some dry exercise, some scientific social science exercise. This is real dollars and cents that comes in New Mexico. That means a lot for us. Tiny Census Concerts is a great creative way to spread the word, but what ideas do you have? You remember the Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS? That was a blast. The challenge took on a life of its own. Had nothing to do with ALS, yet it had everything to do with ALS. It was so cool. I'm confident that we can continue to create a buzz to drop those ideas in the chat, and our team will discuss them with you in real time. We do that. And as we continue to enjoy this fire show, all right, I have an idea that's pretty painless. Let's change our profile picture frames on Facebook to the census. It's easy to do. Click on your photo, select Update Profile Picture. From there, select the frame I count, you should too, and save. Just like that, we're now done. Your inspiring conversation didn't cost a thing. Make it a priority, spread the word, make the census count. Now, back to the word we use around here, edutainment, education with entertainment. In this segment, we're featuring Jesus Munoz Flamenco and Mineral Hill, hearing from Beji Rankin from the Early Childhood Complete Count Committee, and a word from our friends at Comcast about low-cost Wi-Fi access. Now, the music. Jesus Munoz Flamenco began as a small group with big dreams to pursue original work and has evolved into a well-respected, world-class dance company. The company has performed in respected dance and music venues from the Ford Theater in Los Angeles to the Cowles Center for Dance in Minneapolis, as well as other respected venues, and currently has an annual partnership with the National Spanish Cultural Center right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, reaching an estimated 3,000 patrons annually. Pretty cool. Mineral Hill was formed in 2017 in Albuquerque to bring light to a dark world in the form of salty Americana music. I love that description. And describe themselves as something like Tom Waits and his weird sister were to meet the Dead South. That's pretty cool too. And pay close attention to the other things that Mineral Hill folks do when they are not performing. Another example of how creatives are a part of our everyday lives. I'll be back in a few minutes after you check out Jesus Munoz Flamenco and Mineral Hill.
For a long time now, Latinos, Natives, and people of color have been undercounted and underfunded. This leads to a lack of resources in our community. My name is Jesus Munoz, direct from Varela. Fill out your census and make sure your voice is heard.
Happens every 10 years. This is an opportunity for your voice to be heard, and it takes less than 10 minutes. Stand up for your community. Stand up for your family. Stand up for the arts.
Hello, New Mexico.
We are Mineral Hill.
I'm not just a musician, I'm a social worker, and I know that the census matters for our youth. Public education funds are allocated based on population and income levels determined by census information.
And I'm not just a drummer, I'm also a media arts teacher at New Mexico Highlands University. Census information helps determine funding for Medicaid, Head Start, community mental health services, and SNAP.
I'm a musician and a counselor. The information you provide to the census will help fund programs to support rural areas, restore wildlife, prevent child abuse, prepare for wildfires, and provide housing assistance for older adults.
Every New Mexican counts.
Make sure you're counted on the 2020 census.
and banana fish. I spray and eat barbecue and barbiturates, burgers and seals, rutabagas and soda fire, clarinets and cats, rhubarb and razor buns, truffles and bats. That's how we fit together. We're both hard company, but that doesn't change a thing. It's just you for me. Bulldogs and barnacles, swordfish and shoals, lampreys and lobsters, larkspurs and beavers, animals and marmalade, Sasquatch and spam, unicorns and potato chips, starfish and cats.
My name is Badgie Rankin, co-chair along with Myra Acevedo of the Early Childhood Complete Count Committee. We work with early childhood organizations, programs, and individuals to spread the word and promote action about counting all children and their families in the 2020 census. An undercount in 2020 could mean billions of dollars in federal funding lost. We must count all children, including all babies born on or before April 1st. We have lots of resources to help. The Early Childhood Toolkit in English and Spanish, with great resources for working with young children and adults, and the Early Childhood and Family Messaging Guide. We look forward to working with you to count all children and their families.
Learned to play an instrument. Learned a second language. Applied to college. Applied for a loan. Started a business. Started a blog. Shared a picture. Shared a moment. Turn your wish list into a checklist with Internet Essentials from Comcast. When you're connected, you're ready for anything.
And we're back here, Tiny Census Concert to week 4, thanks to Jesus Munoz Flamenco and Mineral Hill. Just so you know, we've carefully selected all the artists that are featured each week on each show to represent the diversity, beauty, and talent of our state. Hope you're getting a good clue of that. We were talking here in the studio that when this is all said and done, what you're going to see here is an archive of an interesting snapshot of New Mexico's talent here at a certain period in time of 2020. I think this is actually kind of an interesting thing that's been put together, a nice little offshoot of that. There's no shortage of all three in our state of that diversity, beauty, and talent here, and we consider being able to bring them to you during these times nothing short of an honor and a privilege, and I can personally say that includes me as well. We hope these shows are bringing some joy into your day. It certainly does ours. Don't forget to self-respond to the census. That's what we're all about here. By the time we finish these performances from these incredible artists in this segment, you could log on, complete your self-response, and get it done, and just move on and tell some friends. Now, to do this, have your unique identifier from your mailed invitation ready to go, and go to 2020census.gov. Now, if you received your paper census document in the mail, you can do the old-fashioned way, just fill it out, drop it back, no stamp necessary, no postage, no anything. Just put it in the mailbox, it'll get there. Again, I challenge you, let's do it. I count, you should too, of course. Now, our very own Los Alamos County continues to lead the entire nation in responding to the survey. Our hats are off to them, but I want to hear from Bernalillo, Sandoval, San Juan, all these other counties, 33 of them here in New Mexico. Where you at? I challenge you. Let's get represented. Let's get counted. All 33 counties here in New Mexico. Let's get this going. Go to 2020census.gov and respond right now. All right, these last 3 acts, just like the first 5, are unique, represent the diversity of our state. Rebecca R. Scott is a singer, songwriter, recording artist, podcast host, and entrepreneur. Rebecca is currently writing and recording new music that reaches into a much deeper and vulnerable side of her story as she draws much of her inspiration from life experiences, her Jamaican and Latin heritage, and her family, and her love for different styles of music. For the past 45 years, Donnie Tesso has been a professional musician, bassist, professional promoter, Donnie, instructor, and musical director. He's also the recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award from the New Mexico Hispanic Music Association. We'll close segment 3 in today's entertainment with the one and only Delphia. Formerly a country rock singer hailing from Philadelphia, the artist who would become Delphia returns to music in 2016 after nearly a decade in silence and has had more than 15 of her songs aired on ABC's All My Children, contributing to her producer and musical director winning a Daytime Emmy for musical direction, and her first album, My Soul Inspiration, peaked at number 8 on Billboard's Heat Seekers chart. Good stuff there. And finally, in this segment, you'll hear from Bernadette Miera, who has been leading the charge for Bernalillo County's census initiatives. We want to send out a special thanks to Bernadette for real, and her team, of course, for all their hard work. A special shout out to Christina Nelson, the Burn Coast Census Coordinator, who's leaving us to have her baby in the next few weeks. Good luck, Christina. For sure, we're thinking about you. We'll be praying for you too. I'll rejoin you one last time to say our goodbyes for today, but for right now, enjoy.
To answer the question of why it's so important to be counted, we have to look at history. There was a time in this country where Black people were not even counted as full human beings. And even in our current times, in other countries in the world, women are not even considered a full person. So to fill out that census and not take it lightly, how important it is, not just because this is something our forefathers fought so hard to give us the opportunity to have a voice, but also because this is a moment where you can be proud of who you are as an American. So I urge you to make sure that you take the time to fill out the census and be counted, be marked, and be proud of who you are as an American.
Your love is like ecstasy. It makes me feel so free. I wake up every morning, can't wait to see you again. You got me feeling for you, boy, and now I'm on top of the world. You're taking me high on cloud 9, and we're flying. And every time I close my eyes, just wanna hold you. And every time I say goodbye, I don't wanna let you go. You make me wanna fly so high, baby. And every time I dream you're mine, baby. I miss how you laugh and smile. Your voice lingers in my mind. Call every hour just to hear it again and again. I still smell your cologne on me, reaching for a distant memory. Pick up the frame, it ain't the same in the end. And every time I close my eyes, just wanna hold you. And every time I say goodbye. Don't wanna let you go. No, you make me wanna fly so high, baby. And every time I dream you're mine, baby. You make me wanna fly so high, so high. You make me wanna fly so high. You make me wanna fly so high, so high, baby. You make me wanna fly, fly.
There are billions of dollars in federal funding and congressional seats at stake. The census is more than a population count. It is an opportunity to shape our community's future here in New Mexico for our roads and libraries, etc. Your voice can make a difference in our community. Come on, y'all. If I can do it, you can too.
Every voice matters. Every post, pledge, and tweet adds to the story. Letting your family and friends know what matters. That we can shape the future of education, healthcare, and infrastructure. That when all of our voices come together, one tweet, post, and pledge at a time, we can shape America's future.
Hello friends, Delphia here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a nationally touring singer, songwriter, and performer based right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with the aim of empowering women everywhere through my music and my performances. Do you know how schools and fire departments get the funding they so desperately need? In part, through the census. That's right. The piece of paper you get in the mail every 10 years, that helps determine how much money is given to fire departments, how many schools need to be built, and which services will benefit your community. Now, you may think avoiding the census isn't a big deal. You'd be wrong. You see, when you don't get counted, and your neighbor doesn't get counted, and her neighbor doesn't get counted, suddenly we end up having too few people counted. And, for example, schools then get built without enough classrooms, which can lead to overcrowding. So many services rely on census data to properly do their jobs. They are all counting on you. The information you provide today will help us get the money and services we need for the next 10 years. So, do your civic duty. Be counted in New Mexico. Participate in the 2020 census. I'm proud to be representing New Mexico for the Tiny Census Concerts and thrilled to be presenting for you today my brand new song, My Man.
Is the sincerest form of flattery. Well, I hate to be the one to say this. There ain't no way you gonna be me. No, so stay away from my man. You better stay away from my man. Ooh, you need to stay away from my man. Before I get mad. This bitter ain't sweet, and all is not fair. So don't try to compete where you do not compare. Oh, you're playing some games, but girl, they ain't fun. Realize and recognize I'm the one he wants. Yeah, so stay away from my man. You better stay away from my man. Whoa, you need to stay away from my man. Don't wanna stay away from my man, my man, my man. I told you once, I'll say again, stay away from my man. You better stay away from my man, my man, my man, my man. You need to stay away from my man. Ooh, girl, yes you do. Before I get mad, before I get even.
Hey, thanks again, Rebecca, Donnie, Delphia, and Bernadette. Good stuff there for sure. Artists and community innovators like yourselves make all the hard work worth it. And even though I might make this look a little easy, it's not that easy. Bringing you Tiny Census Concerts to you every week is a labor of love. And I want to give a shout out to Kathy McGill and her team, including John Gilmore, who does all the script writing for these wonderful segments. Thank you, John. They're from the New Mexico Black Leadership Council. Also want to thank Bernalillo County, the City of Albuquerque, and iCountNM.gov. Now, check it out. 62% of us responded to the 2000 census, 60% of us in 2010. That's not a good trend. We have to do better, and we can do better for 2020. It all depends on you. Represent, be counted, don't delay, do it today. All right, this wraps up week 4 of our Tiny Census Concert series. Join us next Wednesday, May 6th at noon to watch the next set of talented New Mexico artists, including Kevin Herrig, Susan A. Clark, Karen Jones Meadows, Eileen O'Shaughnessy, Rejeko Dumbutshena, Mark Padilla, featuring Vincent Griego, Ashley Say What Moyer, who created our Represent Be Counted theme song, by the way. You've heard here every week. La Luna Rose, featuring sisters Maya Rose, and Esme Olivia and Hakeem Bellamy. Did I mention Hakeem Bellamy? In fact, stick around for the outro. My man Hakeem sent us a little shout out for what we can expect in next week's show. You don't want to miss it. So thank you to all our talented artists today. We appreciate you all and all the artists in New Mexico's creative economy. We especially appreciate every working artist in our state. Keep doing what you do. Remember to fill out your census form. If you have any questions, leave us a message in the chat. So until next Wednesday at noon, be safe, wear your mask, stay home, keep socially distant. Let's flatten this thing. But on the other end of it, go to that census site, 2020census.gov, and fill it out. Or if you've got it sitting on your desk at home, your kitchen table, take the few minutes it takes, 10 minutes, drop it in the mail, and help out New Mexico. All right, guys, we'll see you next Wednesday. Take care.
What up, New Mexico? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. This is your boy Hakeem Bellamy. Excited to be joining y'all in a few weeks on these Tiny Census concerts. Shout out to all the artists and activists who've engaged this so far. Man, I'm gonna bring a poem to you in a few weeks. I've been deep into the research, so I just kind of wanted to share with you a few things. Did you know that on the first census, they only asked for like 4 designations of people? It was free white men, free white women, any other free person enslaved. Now there are, as of the 2010 census, 21 different designations of who you get to choose you be. Because before, up until a few years ago, people would just come to your door and kind of look at you and guess, but now you get to have a say in how you are enumerated, which also means counted in census speak. That's what I learned. But numbers are important because the census is also how many state reps you get, congressional seats you get. It's also about like federal dollars. I think it's $675 billion in federal dollars. And so making sure you're counted, making sure your community, your young one, your familia gets a piece or a slice of that based on how many of us there are. So we really need y'all to show up for this year to make sure that we don't go undercounted, because then we go under-resourced and then we go underrepresented and then you get none of this, okay? So holla at your boy in 2 weeks. Looking forward to seeing you guys do the census. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes, man. I did it on April 1st. Right, I did it on the day just under the wire, and it was because I wanted to make sure my community got everything that it deserved. You do the same.
Represent, be counted. Yeah, represent, be counted. Represent, be counted. Represent, be counted, Represent, be counted, y'all.